minutes of questions and answers afterwards.
Great. Thanks, Robert.
Great.
Thank you all. Here. So as Robert mentioned, I'm in the note business. What I do is I'm in the real estate lending business, and I use my skill set with a product to help people develop a cash flow, a passive income. So it's long-term or it can be short-term. So with that point, my whole model right now is this right here. Set it and forget it. I've been in a number of different, I'm 68 years old. I'm no spring chicken. But what I've found is if you do it right, it'll stick. So let me ask you some questions. And this is a real big one. How many people here have ever been in real estate? Done any real estate, and owned rental properties, flipped houses, anything like that? Was it all good? Was it all bad? Could be either way, right? Right? Okay. So, and then last night, I went to Christian Cinema's thing at FINRA, and they were doing their network thing on the front end of a video, and they had an older gentleman there speaking. And his biggest thing at his age was, what do I do with my dry cash? It's just sitting there. It's like rotting because he's afraid to do anything with it because he's been hit with the stock market or different variables like that. You're acknowledging what I'm saying. So in terms of you guys, pile of cash, what are you going to do with it? Where can I invest? What's safe and secure and with a respectable rate of return? And that's a big conundrum. It's a biggie. So it's all about risk versus reward. I've done the stock market. It's never been a good situation. I've done real estate. It's been a great situation. I've done real estate where it's been a phenomenal return. I've done real estate where it's not that big a return. I've done the landlord thing, the flipper thing, the rehabber thing. So it's velocity. You're laughing. Why?
No, because it's just trying everything.
Yeah.
No, but it's all real estate based.
Yes.
And I've been doing different. You go with the market, with where it is. So what I found is that you can make a lot of money, you can lose money, but the slow grow, the long-term wealth is where I'm at right now. You can also do angel investing, where you're funding another company, or this is the best part. Wells Fargo can give you 0.2%. So think about that. If you have $100,000 in Wells Fargo at 0.2%, you won't even be able to buy a cup of Starbucks every week.
But they have a beautiful horse.
They do. They do. But who's making the money?
Probably the horse.
Look at their 50-story building. So where do you want to go? So it's all about what's your long-term strategy. Are you looking for return? Is that more important to you? Are you looking for security where you know that you're protected, that there's a track record behind you? In the case of notes, which is the field that I work in, it's all about pay history in the back end. Or are you sitting on dry cash like I was talking about? And you may be a hard money lender and you're getting 15%, and then 6 months later, the loan cashes in and it sits there for 4 months. So what's really your return? So that's called yield drag. Or is it more important for you to have liquidity? So you can get in, get out, and have that flexibility. It's all individual. It just depends upon which fits where you are. So what I do, I'm in the real estate lending business. The product that I have, it's all first position mortgages. Nobody's in front of you. You're in front of everybody else. There's a strong equity position. So what would it be like if you could buy something and it's worth $100, but you can get it for $60? Because you make your money on everything you do in the stock market, whatever thing else, on the buy. So what if you could have a 40% equity position behind you? And you've got a payer. What if they've been there for 60 months? They've got what we call emotional equity. They're not going to go anywhere. Their family's set up. Their house is worth a lot more than when they moved in. They're not going to go anywhere. The product that I deal in is our lower price band. It's around the country. They're typically $50,000, $60,000 houses. The people that live there can't get financing anywhere else because banks don't lend in that price band. You can't sell it for whatever the reason, but you could say, I'll be the bank. We talked about that yesterday, right? Yeah. So that's what this is. Somebody else is a bank, and you buy that note. You buy that mortgage. But I'm only working with those that are seasoned, got a long pay history, and the people have emotional equity. And really what it gets down to is passive mailbox money. That's the bottom line, where you just set it there. This is not an active investment. This is a very, very passive investment. Or my terminology, set it and forget it. So in terms of the niche market, like I said, it's all about retirement, IRAs, 401ks, and that type of thing. And this is the ultimate goal. Again, my long-term strategy is just set it and forget it. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. Thank you.